Good morning, grade 10. I thought I'd go on to the next poem today. The next poem is Animals by Walt Whitman. Now, I would like you to know something about Walt Whitman. He's a major figure, okay, in the early American poetry part. And what was unique about him is this man usually was a non-conformist, non-conformist, meaning he did not go with tradition. What others did was not what he followed or continued. He is a person who usually believes in being different. So even in his poetry, he followed something called free verse. Free verse where you do not use any rhyme scheme or you do not have proper metrical, the rhyme scheme, rhyming words, which forms the scheme of the poem. He did not stick to all that. Probably he wanted to make a difference, and he was the one who came up with this. He followed free verse. Free verse, verse. Verse means poetry, right? Poems, lines, which are musical. Those are poems. So he thought it would be better to go on with something called free verse. And a non-conformist means a person who usually does not stick to the tradition. Now, where did these non-conformists come from? Actually, these people were the ones who came out of the Church of England. Okay, these people, the Church of England was actually established in the 16th century. Now, when you look at it in the Christian, line, actually, when Jesus, came into this world, when he, came up, he preached, he was a miracle himself, and he came to save the world. We know about that he came up to redeem this world, to pay for the sins of the human beings, to get them back to God, to turn them from wrong back to God. He shed his blood, which has the power to wash our sins, and that is where the Christians, he was the sacrifice. We sacrifice an animal to get rid of our sins. In the Bible, in the Old Testament times, the people did sacrifice. Animals, and they used this blood, which was only a covering for their sin, okay, to help them to go before God with this covering. The blood was the covering. So they said, it is said that blood has life in it. Okay, so now this particular covering helped the people to go into the presence of God. It was only able to cover their sins, it was not able to wash away their sins. So only the blood of Christ was able to, is able to wash away one's sin. So ever after Christ came in and he was sacrificed, he was the lamb. That's why they call him the Lamb of God. Okay, so he came, he was sacrificed, and his blood is able to wash away our sins because it's very holy, and it is sacred, pure and holy. So now when you look at it, when Christ came in and when he died for our sins, when he came up, came back to life on the third day, he actually prophesied, or he already foretold all that was going to take place with him, and it happened the way he said it. So now when he rose up from the dead, the Romans were against the Christians. So if you look at history, they say that the Romans were, they were slaughtering people. They were martyring, M-A-R-T-Y-R, martyring the people who were followers of Christ, because they did not want, anybody to claim that Jesus was the king of he is the king of the Jews. So the Romans came in and they started martyring people. And then it says that how they got into sort of an agreement, and they said, see, we worship mother and a child. You also worship a mother and a child. Actually, Mary was supposed to be a very holy vessel. She was supposed to be a person who was chosen by God. But the Romans brought the worship there, and they said, see, you have a mother and son, and we also have a mother and son, so let us not have all these problems. To put an end to their to the issues that were happening there, they introduced this, and there came in the Roman Catholics. Now, when the Roman Catholics came in, there were people who differed from them. They wanted to, come out from them because they felt certain things were not according to the word of God. So they were called the Protestants. From the Roman Catholics came out the Protestants. So now, if you look at this, he was a non-conformist. Walt Whitman was a non-conformist. Okay? So he came out, from the Church of England, which was established in the 16th century. The Church of Rome, when the Church of Rome was established, the Protestants came out. And from the Protestants, now these Protestants, they vary from the Church of England. Those people are called nonconformists. Okay. Now, this word nonconformist is used for Walt Whitman to show that he was a nonconformist even as a poet. He wanted to be different from the other poets. So he came up with this idea of writing poems in free verse. So he was known for this. So Walt Whitman, if you look at it, now in this poem, Animals, he's brought in his thoughts about human beings and animals. We human beings, the word of God. Bible says that we were born in sin. Human beings are not perfect always. There's some flaw or the other. And we know, even if we have friends, we know what trouble we have from them. Sometimes they are the ones who put us into trouble as well. We have experienced such things. So human beings have their own flaws. So Walt Whitman here takes this opportunity to compare human beings with animals. He as a person here, he feels animals are much better than human beings. Okay, that is what is his expression. In this particular poem, he expresses himself and he says, animals are much better when compared to human beings. So what way do you think human beings are, wrong? No, so we are very selfish people. When it comes to certain things, we do not mind, harming others. Anything happens to them, it's not a problem. But we are to be safe. This is one particular thing that we are, known in human beings, quality in human beings. And then we are very greedy people. We do not care about what others have, what they don't have. As long as I am, satisfied, that's more than sufficient. So this is another, problem. There's a lot of wickedness, there's a lot of sin in us. Walt Whitman here is trying to show you that animals are much better when compared to human beings. You can trust an animal rather than trusting a human being. He says all the qualities that a human being is expected to have is lost over the period of time, and all these qualities seem to be present in animals. This is what he is trying to express in this poem. So, Animals by Walt Whitman. Let me read for you once. I would like you to follow up with your textbook. All right. So, Animals by Walt Whitman. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. I stand and look at them long and long. They do not swear and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in dark and weep for their sins. They do not make the sick discussing their duty. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied. No, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the owner. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possession. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? Okay, so negligently drop them. Okay, let me start from the beginning. Let's go on from the first two lines. See, look at the introduction. He tells you very plainly, very openly. He says, I think I could turn and live with animals. Who could live with animals? Can you and I go and live in the forest among the wild beasts? Only Mowgli probably could do that. right? Jungle Book, it says that he was brought up by, the wolves, the bear was his friend, the other animals were there. Only Sher Khan, everything. There's a lot of, if you look at Jungle Book, there's so many different animals there. Bagheera, Sher Khan, Mowgli, Mali, the bear, so many different things. Only Mowgli can stay in the forest and live happily there among wild animals. Can you and I go and stay there? But the quote here is trying to tell you it's better to stay among them rather than to stay with these human beings. He wants to show you the intensity of the wickedness that is found among human beings. He says, I would like to stay with them. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid, very quiet and self-contained, very, very satisfied with what they have. They're very calm, collected, and they are very happy with what they have. It's much better to live with them rather than to live among these human beings, so-called people who are supposed to be very quiet, very calm, very satisfied. But I don't find such qualities there. So I prefer going back and living with these animals which seem to have these qualities. So I stand and look at them long and long. It's better to stay with the animals. I stand and watch them. Okay. It's better to stay with them. When I compare, when I look at the human beings, they're not like that. But when I look at the animals, I find a lot of difference there. I feel it's better to live with them there in the forest. They do not swear and whine. Who's this they? Now they here, it refers to the animals now. The word they refers to the animals. They do not swear and whine about their condition. Sometimes when your teacher asks you, did you do that? Ma'am, promise ma'am. And I don't want you to say that. Sometimes you say mother promises. All sorts of promises you have. They do not swear. Animals don't swear. And they do not whine, they don't cry. Sometimes people cry to show that, and the teacher gets very angry. Don't show me all those crocodile tears. That's how the teacher says, meaning crocodile tears, not meant, tears which do not mean anything. You're just trying to, please somebody or get them on your side to support you by, showing your tears. So here he says, they do not swear, and while animals don't have this habit of promise, mother promise man, they do not sit and cry, they do not whine about their condition. They are very happy with what they have around them, and they are happy with what, even that we human beings are going and destroying. We are going and encroaching, all the forests are being cut down, we are building huge buildings, and we call it civilization these days, all right? So, the animals, they do not swear and whine about their condition. Now, in this line, if you look at it, swearing and whining is done by the human beings. Now, this can be a metaphor. Okay, it shows about, it is compared to the crises and complaints that the human beings have. So, it's a metaphor there. If you can write it down, you can underline those words, swear and whine, and that is a metaphor. And the previous lines, if you look at it, I think, the lines start with I think, I stand. So that is, a repetition of, the word I. It's actually a vowel sound. So the line starts with a vowel sound. So that is an assonance. A, S, S, O, N-A-N-C-E. I know sometimes when I write it on the board, it's not very clear. So write down the spelling A-S-S-O-N-A-N-C-E. It's a use of the vowel sound I there. It's repeated, right? Now, so yeah, and in that same line, if you look at it, look at them long and long. The word long is repeated, therefore it's a repetition. So now, if you look at this, he says, they do not swear and whine. So that's a metaphor, swearing and whining. It is compared to the crisis and complaints that the human beings have, which the animals do not have. The swearing and whining is compared to crisis and problems and complaints of the human beings. So it's a metaphor. It's comparative. It's comparison. Sorry. So what is happening here? The poet says, see, the animals do not swear and whine like the human beings do. They are very happy with what they have. Their conditions around them, they're not worried about what they have. They're happy. As long as they have it, they're satisfied. They do not lie awake in dark and weep for their sins. Again, you look at this. three lines have they do not, they do not, they do not. Okay, that again. Now, if you look at that, I is here. It's called anaphora. Okay, I think, I stand. It's a vowel sound. Therefore, it is an assonance, and it's also the beginning of the sentence. So it is anaphora. Again, they do not, they do not, they do not. That again is repeated. It's the beginning of the line. It's anaphora. 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 Okay. It's a vowel sound, so it's an assonance. The word I is a vowel sound, so it's an assonance. But I begins two different lines, therefore it is anaphora. I'm talking about the figures of speech, the literary devices used in the poem. And the next three lines, they start off with they do not. Look at the three lines. They start off with they do not, they do not, they do not. So that is again the words which start off the three lines. They are also called anaphora. Okay, now anaphora. So now here they say the poet says the animals do not swear and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in dark and weep for their sins. Now sometimes we know it's wrong. What we do is wrong, but we find it very difficult to apologize to people. Sometimes we prefer going to our beds and crying there and whining, and wetting our pillows and trying to reconcile, find, soothing a particular feeling which will help us to say, okay, I have done something wrong. You're trying to satisfy yourself by doing that in the night. Why don't we go out and apologize to the person who we have done wrong to? Okay, we do not do that. They do not. So the animals do not lie awake in the dark. Sometimes we people don't get sleep when we do some mistake. The inner conscience, the conscience pricks us. Pricks. It tells you, see, you are wrong. You've done something wrong. The inside, the conscience. God helps your conscience to God prompts you. He says, this is wrong what you've done. So animals don't have that problem because they don't do anything like that. They don't try to be undercover, and try to cover up their sins. They don't do anything to harm others. So here, if you look at it, human beings, we have this problem. We harm people and then we lie awake. There is something that keeps eating into us and we're not able to rest in peace. So he says, animals do not lie awake in the dark and do not weep for their sins. Why don't you confess your sins? Okay, why do you weep in the darkness? Why do you weep over your sins? And why don't you come up and speak it out and make it up with people? We sometimes our ego stops us from doing such things. So he says animals don't have this problem. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Sometimes, human beings are found only talking about their duty to God. I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that, right? But animals do not do that. What they do is live in their own habitat, and they live for what they are created. But we human beings, our main purpose is to praise God. That's why we are created, but we do not do that. We indulge in so many other things and we displease God. And then we start talking about this is what I should be doing. This is my duty towards God. And animals don't say that. They don't do that. Not one is dissatisfied. Not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Demented here means mad or being angry, driven after. So he says, not one is dissatisfied. Is everybody in this world dissatisfied? You find people running after money. The more they have, the more they want. Right? If when you have enough clothes also, when there is an opportunity, you want to buy more clothes. You're not satisfied either. Whenever there's a chance, we want to buy things. Even if we have 10 pairs of shoes, when we see something new in the market, we go on asking nagging at our parents, get me this, get me that. None of us is, seems to be satisfied with what we have. So, but animals are not like that. They are happy with whatever they have. Now, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. I want this, I should be the owner. Sometimes there are children who look at something that a person has, they're attracted, and they are, they're forced to take it away, like stealing things from the others, just because they are attracted to something. So many of us think we should have this, we should have that. You know? We are mad at owning things, probably to show that we have so much of possession. Some people would like to have a lot of land. Some people would like to have 10 different houses or bungalows. Okay, the very need, the very fact that people are so busy these days is because people are running after money. We want to earn. We want to hoard money for the future. That's what we say, and we finally land up spending so much, that we do not have, enough for the future. So he says animals are not like that. Okay, they don't have the mania of owning things. Mania is madness. Not one needs to another. You know, we see people going, falling at somebody else's feet. Sometimes the king has his own power. The person has to go kneel before the king, bow before the king, right? But the animals don't do that. Do you see the animals going and falling at anybody's feet? Never happens. All right, not of his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Now here he's talking about human beings. Sometimes we worship people who lived before us. That doesn't happen with animals. Do you find an animal worshipping another animal? No. So he says animals don't have such qualities which we find in human beings. Now, then he says, not one is respectable or unhappy. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So they're not bothered about what is happening around them. Okay? They don't say, I have to do this to this person, I have to make sure this animal is, feels good today. Nothing. Okay? They're not bothered about joy and sadness. For them, it's their life that day. Okay? So they show their relations to me and I accept them. So I prefer being with these kind of animals which have all these kind of attitudes, these positive values in them, which far from missing in the human beings. They bring me tokens of myself. Now, tokens here, they refer to the qualities, usually the good qualities in the human beings. So that is again a metaphor, okay, a comparison. So he says, I see a lot of these good qualities in the animals, so I prefer being with them. They bring me tokens of myself. What I want from others, what I have as a human being is what I see in them. What I don't get in the other human beings, I find in them. They evince them plainly in their possession. So they seem to be having all these qualities which human beings seem to have lost. I wonder where they get those tokens. From where do these animals get these, tokens, these qualities from? Now he's introspecting. He's thinking deeply. Did I pass that way huge times ago and carelessly, negligently drop them? Did they get it from human beings only? Did we pass by and drop it there? And we have dropped it forever, and they have received those qualities where the human beings are devoid, empty. They do not have such qualities. They do not possess such qualities. So here you look at it, it is a part of Song of Myself. Okay, this poem Animals is part of, is an extract from Song of Myself. So if you look at what Walt Whitman says, if you go into deep thoughts, what he says is perfectly right. Right? Animals seem to be much better when compared to human beings these days. Okay, so I would like you to list out all the literary devices in this poem, Animals by Walt Whitman. I hope you understood the poem, I would like you to make sure you have all the literary devices in mind. Thank you, children.